Hi, I'm David Harrisson from Skanem, multinational sales director. We're one of the largest three self-adhesive label companies in Europe. We're also operating in Asia now. I've been in the industry for over 25 years. How can we add value? It's a very big subject. I think Noel had a very good comment on the innovation. That's important. But I think another aspect of this is looking at logistical solutions. I always say anybody can make a label. It's all the other things that determine the difference between one label printer and another. So what's logistical solutions? It's starting from ERP to ERP systems where one customer communicates electronically with another so he doesn't have to place an order. The label printer sees what the demand is going to be in the future and he automatically takes charge of what he has to print and when. Right the way through to the delivery of the labels, and just in time is more and more important, so that the customer has less stock, less risk of obsolescence. These are just a few things on logistical solutions. I could speak for many more minutes on this subject. I think also what Nicholas said about peel and read labels is a very important factor. It's predominant in the motor oil industry particularly, where clusters of languages are printed on a back label. Which means that a pallet of product can be used for many different countries. And this, although the label is more expensive, the costs are more than offset by the saving in logistical costs, because one pallet of product can go to many different places instead of having 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 pallets of product for different countries. Materials are being looked at. Obviously cost is a driver, even though we've said that costs have been driven down for many years. There's a lot of emphasis in the industry about looking at thinner films, and that's an environmental benefit as well as a cost benefit. And the cost on the material itself isn't that great, but there are other benefits. Because the material is thinner, you can get more labels onto a reel, so there are less changeover times, or reels are changed over less often, which is less downtime on the line. As I said, there is a big cost driver in the industry, and I see, for instance, something a little bit of a tangent, but I see a very big switch out of plastic materials into paper, simply as a cost during the next 6 to 12 months, because there have been price increases coming through from substrate suppliers in the industry, and that doesn't mean that our customers will want to pay more. They still want to pay less, and this is going to drive a huge move out of plastic substrates into paper. RFID is a method of giving more information connected with the product, how many are sold, making an easier way through the checkout at the supermarket. I think what Nicholas said is absolutely right. The cost is prohibitive at the moment, and that is stopping the development of it. I see as an interim measure more sophisticated forms of barcoding coming into the market that can be printed more easily and at neutral cost. A lot of healthcare products, personal care products have this because there was what they call the 7th Amendment came in a couple of years ago, which meant through European legislation more information about the ingredients had to be put onto the label, and that introduced a large amount of peel and read labels in that sector. Quite honestly, they need to continue to do the initiatives that we've taken over the last few years in order to survive, to continue to grow membership so we have a bigger voice in the industry, to continue to look in new areas. In the previous group, Jan Frederick, the current president, talked about looking in Asia. That's an important sector. My own company is developing in Asia to look into Eastern Europe more, where the use of labels will increase. And the use of labels will increase because the disposable income is increasing.